What's up, grinders? Welcome back to the channel. Now, today we're going to be doing a react to, I guess, 4 minutes of this video right here. It's called Why Learning Languages is Not Smart. Now, I know it's a 37-minute long video, and doing a 5-minute react probably doesn't seem to give it justice, but I'm going to be straight up with you guys. You're going to get the gist within about 5 minutes, because it's the same thing I've had to deal with a few times on this channel. Now, this is an issue that I've spoken about in the past on this channel, and it is the clash of niches. Basically, what you have is, I'm going to say, young guys, maybe middle-aged guys, trying to sell a bullshit idea of masculinity to a young audience. And in order to do that, they will pull on different fields of expertise that they have to present themselves as the alpha male who knows everything, and then to talk on it. The problem is when they step into my field and they try to talk about something that they have very limited knowledge on, okay? And we're going to see that happen in this video right here. Now, first up, I'm going to say, and I've spoken about this on my channel before, if your goal is to make money, then learning languages in order to make money is probably the most inefficient way of doing it that you can. Although, yes, you can make money from languages, and of course, there's always the edge case of if you need to speak English and you don't yet speak English, then you probably better go learn English. But if you're watching this channel, that probably means that you already speak English to a high level because, well, you're understanding my fucking Australian accent, and that is a test. I'll tell you that much. But what I have seen is this clash, and this clash, it annoys me, not because I'm annoyed with guys trying to teach young guys about how to conduct themselves in life and in general. It's because they're not presenting realism or actual, actionable steps that would be of benefit to their young, impressionable audience. It's generally them presenting some bullshit idea of masculinity. And if I see some chick doing the same type of shit about, trying to present an idea of what it is to be a woman, I would call that shit out as well. But here I'm focusing on this video, and that's what we're going to be dealing with today.
Peace to the saints. It's a pleasure to be here with you and share a unique perspective. I know my perspective.
Oh, okay. This is another thing. These videos are generally done almost in a preach-like manner, as if they are a pastor, presenting their ideas to the flock. I'm very happy to be here with you today. I'm going to talk slowly. I'm going to over-enunciate my words. And I'm probably, there's no guarantee this will happen, I'm probably going to talk in a almost religious way in order to sell this idea. And I don't know if this is because this is efficient with or effective towards an American audience, because I'm assuming that's who these videos are for. Wouldn't work in Australia. You would just be mocked out of the room. But maybe that's like a way to talk to the youth over there, especially within the African American community. I don't know. But to me, it's fucking weird and cringe.
It is unique because I know no one, politician, businessman, millionaire, harlot.
Let's be realistically. You probably don't talk to all those people, okay? The most you've probably spoken to a politician is you shook one's hands as he came by on a meet and greet, or you spoke with the local councillor. Maybe you've spoken with a local business owner. And again, guys, when someone says, they've spoken with millionaires, that doesn't mean much. Like, I'm technically a millionaire. No, I am. Okay, by most metrics, I am. Now, I'm not saying that to flop my dick out here and show you off, how fucking amazing I am or anything. It's just by the time you hit about 40, if you're a guy or a girl, you've got a solid career behind you, you've built up some investments, you clock that pretty quick. It doesn't mean that much nowadays.
And no one who travels as much as I travel and to the kind of places I go, whether we're talking about the hot spots like a Morocco, a Dubai, a Macau, a Monaco, or we're talking about places off the beaten path like Ethiopia, Albania, the country of Georgia.
Okay, I get it. You're a okay traveled traveler. It's not that crazy, but maybe for your audience, this is amazing. But for, I guess, a man my age, that's not that impressive.
And many other places. And in my extensive travels, I've gathered an understanding of humankind. And of course,
This is what I mean by the preachy manner. I've gathered an extensive understanding of humankind. What are you, an alien? Bro, talk to your audience like they are humans, like they are you, especially to young men. Don't put yourself on this weird-ass pedestal where you are above them, you have studied them, and now you're going to present your information to them.
Had to deal in language. So I want to talk to you all about how my perspective on life and language has evolved over time. When we are young, both the male and the female child, our mother is our first.
What does that mean? When we are young, both the male and female child. Again, are you a fucking alien? Is this how people talk over there in the US? Is this legitimately the way they talk? Because this is fucking weird to me. You mean when you're a child? That's all.
Teacher, she is closest to us, for we must nurse from her very breast, and from her bosom we find that connection and we emulate, for the human being.
Okay, this sounds rehearsed and very inauthentic. Okay, and I also really get annoyed when people just completely forget the fact that the father also makes up a vital part within the instruction of kids. Okay, most of the time when you have wayward kids, unfortunately, this is the result because they lack either a mother figure, a father figure, or both. Now, this is not to shit on, single mums or single fathers. It is just a fact of life that children in general need both a mother and a father, or at least someone to play those roles within their life in order for them to understand what is acceptable, what is, the way society expects you to react in certain situations and stuff like that. Now, you may want to go against society. You may be an individual who is against, the standards set forth by society, but in order to thrive in society, you must exist within it.
Is the result of that which we learn, that which we are trained in, that which we are conditioned in, that which we imitate, and we would imitate the mother. And as our bodies get filled with testosterone and we go through puberty, we mature past that, hopefully.
We mature past what? You haven't told us really what we're maturing past. You're just saying we mature past it.
Unfortunately, in this day, we find that a lot of males lack testosterone. A lot of human beings are in arrested.
It's not that they lack testosterone. It's because they have no strong figure in their life to show them how to act, the way that they should work in society, the way they should exist for the betterment of society. Okay, this is realistically, when people talk about stuff like this, what they're talking about is, weak fathers or weak mothers, the ones that let their children just run wild and do crazy, stupid shit. When you need to be both firm and soft at the same time as a parent. You can't be too hard on your kids because then they will grow to fucking hate you. And I've seen that. I went through the military. The military is usually where people go who come from broken homes. But then you cannot be too soft on your kids. You cannot just give them complete and absolute freedom because then they will expect that from the rest of society. And they will be hit quite hard by the fact that society will just not allow them to roam free. So it needs to be a nice balancing act with most things in life.
Development, and so they resemble their mothers even when they are in fact males. The human male must focus on greater things. I have some ideas to challenge you with today. I grew up wanting to learn many languages. I do know some of Spanish, of Korean, of Arabic, and just a little bit of German.
So what you're saying, let me get this right, is that you know some words in a bunch of languages, and somehow you feel qualified to talk on the value of learning languages. Now, I'm assuming the route that you're going to take with this video is that learning languages is not the most efficient way to make money, and I would agree with you. However, just because you happen to possibly be correct about that, and I'm making an assumption, doesn't mean you should be talking on this topic. You have just stated to us that you do not speak any other language than English. How can you provide actual valuable experience? I could provide my thoughts on certain fields because, I've worked kind of close with them. I've heard people who experience in that field talk. I can parrot them, basically. I can parrot the recommendations of these people from other fields. And though what I say is probably for the most part correct, but it's not coming from a place of understanding. It's coming from a place of me parroting. You do not have experience with this because you have not yet learnt a language to any level of fluency. And I think that's pretty much sums up the whole video. There's not much more we can say. I'll give you 10 more seconds.
And it has been helpful. It has added to my charm, but it is not.
And that's pretty much it. So basically, he sees language as something that he can use in order to impress people. That's pretty much it. That's the whole video. So don't learn a language because you're not going to make money from it, and it's probably just going to be too much effort in the long run. Now, obviously, I've made videos on this topic before, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Guys, I don't know. I keep having to deal with this shit. I guess I'll see you all in the next video. And if you're not there, well, then you're going to get throttled in the middle of the night by your pillow.